Good evening, everyone. It's Sam for Sacred Oak Temple, new moon of August the 27th, 2022. Today's theme is hope. The Sacred Oak Temple will begin by respectfully acknowledging that we're located in Treaty 6 territory. That's the traditional lands of the Cree, the Dene, Blackfoot, Saulteaux, and Lakota, as well as the Métis peoples. And now I offer tobacco as I pray to the indigenous spirits of this place as a recognition. May it be accepted, and may this place be my home. Let us reach out now and connect to the land where we are, to its energy and its history. Okay, everyone, I'd like you to settle yourselves comfortably, close your eyes, and listen to my voice. First, settle yourself in your place. Feel the energy where you are, the steady pull of the earth on your body. Listen to the wind blowing, traffic sounds, the birds singing outside your home. You are a person in a place. All who hear my voice right now, push out your senses, reach out of your bodies. We cast our circle from hand to hand to hand to hand, separated physically by thousands of kilometers, but all of one spirit and one body. And reach out of your space, reach out of your home, and feel for the hands of others who are gathered through this circle in the community that we form through Sacred Oak Temple. And finally, take a breath, hold it, and release it. Be fully in your body, fully in your spirit, and prepared to enter sacred space. In these times, I search for meaning. And the best that I can find is that I must reach out in praise to existence. I must trust the universe, the wonder, the whatever it is that allows me to exist, to live, to experience, and to love. I'm going to cast a circle now, and I'd like you to follow along with me at home. This is a place that is all places, a time that is eternity, where gods and mortals come together. This is a place that is not a place, a time that is not a time, halfway between the worlds of gods and mortals. And this is a place that is our home, a time that is our lives, where we can be greater than we thought. As I turn to each direction, I'd like you to do the same in your own homes. In my home, the east is in that direction. Each baby born is a new possibility. Each day that dawns gives us a new world, and each breath gives us new life. We open the door to the east, and we welcome the air. And to the south. Where there is injustice, we fight against it. Where there are lies, we speak the truth. The greatest thing is courage to face the world and find the good in it. We open the door to the south and we welcome the fire. To the west. When I am afraid, I am lonely. I am discouraged. When all I can feel is pain, I can still know that underneath the pain lies a spring of life. With all that has disappointed us, the sun still shines, springtime is inevitable, and love is more lasting than loss. We open the door to the west now, and we welcome in the water. to the north. The earth is our mother. She gives us all good things. She is the foundation of our lives. When the foundation is strong, what we build will be strong. We open the door to the north and welcome in the earth. And now we call the center. We can live more generously and more compassionately, and we can care for each other. We open the door to the center and welcome in the Spirit. And now I'm going to recite the affirmation for new moon. Know yourself as the moon, moving out of the darkness, emptied and aware. Your eyes are clear now to see the earth below you open like a lover, green and fertile, to desire her and fill her. Love is a cycle of emptying and filling and knowing and forgetting and knowing again. The shock of beauty seen with new eyes. As I die and am reborn, so much greater than I knew. Hope appears if we desire to see it. We hold on to the belief that the ills of this world can be healed. We call Pandora the all-mother of humanity, whose final gift, amongst all the dangers and illnesses of life, is hope. She who is the beauty of the green earth and the white moon among the stars and the mystery of the waters and the desire of the heart, she calls unto your soul. Arise and come unto her. We call upon the God of Arepo, the God of every humble beauty in the world. I am of the fallen leaves, it said, the worms that churn beneath the earth, the boundary of forest and of field, the first hint of frost before the first snow falls, the skin of the apple as it yields beneath your teeth. I'm a God of a dozen different nothings, scraps that lead to rot, momentary glimpses, a change in the air, and then it's gone. He who is the mystery of death and rebirth, and the Son who brings life, and the mystery of the seed in the earth, and the desire of the heart, he calls unto your soul. Arise and come unto him. May you accept our prayers. Every new day makes the world brand new. Hope must triumph over disappointment, love over fear, and after every winter comes the spring. These past 2 years and more have been very difficult, but there are vaccines now, and the epidemic will end. The democracies of the world have faced rising intolerance, deepening poverty, an attempted coup in the United States, and the populist right-wing attack on Ottawa, the invasion of Ukraine. But the Black Lives Matter movement, the rise of strong movements for expanding democracy, these are also real. We all know that in life we are in the midst of death. We know that everything that we know and all that we are will die, and that life is full of loss. But we also need to know, and we need to remember, that in death we are in the middle of life, that our families and our communities will take up the projects that we leave behind, and that the songs we've left unsung will be sung, and that there is always hope and renewal. We remember, we mourn, and we go on. And as a woman dies, so a child is born. Leaves fall to make way for new growth Hope is not a passive thing. It's an action. We commit ourselves to our vision of a better world, and we move from our prayers to action to make it real. We can be hopeful not because we know with certainty that the world will get better. That simple confidence, that optimism, and the promise of the last century, it's impossible to realistically sustain. Now we have to embody an ambivalent hope. It's harder to find generosity and compassion and care. But hope is an action. We act to make the world a better place, and it does. We care for each other, and we become more compassionate and more able to care. We act not out of calculation or cost-benefit analysis, but because the right thing brings us joy, and it enriches our lives as we enrich the lives of others. Today, I will simply lead a prayer that from these things we may come to know the new God, Arepo, who is the God of devotion, of small kindness, of unbreakable bonds, that God of selfless, unconditional love, of everlasting friendship and trust. By moving through all the little beauties of the world, all the little hopes that we have, we come to this. We find the divine inside ourselves and act in the world to express it. And that, my friends, is hope. In our prayers, let us also think of our temple member Thora, whose sister Diane died 2 weeks ago. May Diane be born again at the same time and in the same place as those who loved her in this life, and may they know each other again and love each other again. Blessed be. It's time to bless and share food and drink. It's not we who bless food and drink, but they who bless us, because in their nature they nourish our bodies, and in the sharing of food and drink we can create community. May you never thirst. And may you never hunger. Have something to eat and something to drink. And share food and drink with the others in your circle. And offer some to the gods to thank them for their presence. I thank you to the divine mysteries, the goddesses and gods who are revealed and concealed in the workings of the world and in our lives. To the center. We can always begin again. There are endless cycles of rebirth, of growth and renewal, when we can reach and dream and hope. We close the door of the center now with thanks to the Spirit. To the north. What we have accomplished has given a solid foundation to build upon. When the foundation is solid, the structure is solid. We close the door of the north with thanks to the earth. To the west. Where there is love and care, we can accomplish great things. We close the door of the west with thanks to the water. to the south. The past is in the past. I give my pain and disappointment to the fire and move on. We close the door of the south with thanks to fire. And to the east. With each breath, we renew our lives. We close the door of the east with thanks to the air. Before we completely leave sacred space, I'd like you to ground. Settle yourself comfortably again, close your eyes, and listen to my voice. As the sun rises in the morning and the world is covered in light, so that we may see where we are and where we are going. In the same way, the heart, the mind, and the soul open up as we reach for the light of understanding, as we connect to the infinite which is reflected in each other, embodied throughout the world. Take a deep breath, hold it, and release it. And again. May we go from this place refreshed and aware. This circle is open yet unbroken. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be everyone. Dear friends, as the epidemic weakens, we will soon begin meeting in person again. To join our relaunching team and work together to make that happen, please contact us. We'll continue to offer online Esbats, and the next full moon will be celebrated on Saturday, September 10th at 7 p.m. I'll see you then. Blessed be.